in 2000, we had several major formations, and particularly, and we're getting close to the end, for the first time ever, like many other amazing non-man-made formations, they just come out of the blue without any practices. This is one way you can spot man-made formations, because if you look early in the season or look in years past, you can actually see their practices to make the formations they make. Anyway, within hours, the centers of these were trampled by several hundred people, so they're pretty rough. But for the first time ever, we had a tessellated design theme to the large non-man-made formations. Tessellated being this white-black checkerboard kind of style. It was shortly followed by this. Continuation of the tessellated theme, but it was also comprised of 44 Archimedean spirals, 22 going clockwise, 22 going anti-clockwise. These aren't circles that you can just, like take a large piece of string and a stake and draw an arc. These you have to draw freehand to get them precise. And you have to do lots of circles to create those arcs. This was very compact together. And again, variations on the theme of the circle and the ring to imply perhaps God. But many people, including ourselves, saw the obvious geometry of the sunflower in this formation. But Kris found something very interesting about perhaps why we were getting tessellated design themes in the crop circles of 2000, the genuine ones. And this is what she found.
Okay, what I discovered in 2000, it was, for one thing, it was the peak of the solar cycle in 2000, of the solar sunspot cycle, where the sun is at its most active. And in that same year, solar physicists had launched satellites to study the way that the sun is generating energy. And what it discovered was that the sun generates sound waves in a tessellated pattern that alternates. What Ed is pointing with his laser, the red and blue graphic there is a graphic from one of the solar sites that I discovered doing this research into helioseismology, and it shows exactly how the sun is alternating in these square patches. Every 5 minutes, it's doing a slow, resonating, ultrasonic sound wave pulsing, so that we on planet Earth are being constantly bathed in this pulse of solar radiation and sound waves. And what's more, it is thrown off the sun in Archimedean spirals, identical to the
Imagine it spinning. Imagine it spinning so that what comes off.
Like a sprinkler, like a lawn sprinkler almost. In Archimedean spirals, we're receiving this energy.
Just like this. If you imagine this three-dimensionally, and you're looking down the pole, if you like, of the sun, then this is a very good symbol to represent those Archimedean spiraled pulsed sound waves of electromagnetic energy from the sun, as is this formation, which is like looking up through the poles. Yeah, obviously, it inferred other things. I mean, there's so much we could say. The visual metaphors of non-man-made crop circle formations invariably have more than one thing to say. But when they do, they have cross-referencing, mutually cross-referencing and affirming things.
Yeah, I should say this slide is from UFO Magazine, the United Kingdom version, and this is an article I wrote called Deus Ex Sol, going into helioseismology and the solar logos as they've been depicted in crop circle formations, and that's on our website if you want to read more about it. There's a lot more contained in the article.